Okay, so we've got the morning deluge. What is that, everybody? The morning deluge is this. It is an enormous amount of people that flood through the gates after two things. The morning inspection, which has happened. Guard change at the palace, ongoing, but a lot of people leave early. Arrive late, leave early. Happens pretty frequently, to be fair. Yep, morning deluge. Huge, huge numbers of tourists. Look at them all. Absolutely squishy here. And that's the reason they're here, people. The horse. Very polite chap there. That to me sounds like a Texas drawl. His accent, definitely US, definitely South. Y'all want me to return the favor? Loving that accent. In fact, one of my favorite US accents. Oh, she doesn't like the nibbling. Look, it's like take that photo quick. Oh, brilliant. Really. This guy's trying to hypnotize the horse. It's like, horsey, do what I tell you. I think he's having to show his partner how to take a picture. This sort of almost Greek pose. My horse, my champion, my love. Brilliant. Oh. It's like, horse, are you going to look at me or what? I'm here for a picture, dude. Oh, there we go. Tories getting shouted at over there. Right, because they're blocking the way of the King's Lifeguard. Hence him shouting at them. Look, everyone's now looking. All woken up. Zombies came to life. Ha! Love it. Make way for the King's Lifeguard. You're allowed to touch the horse. Yeah. Yeah, I know most people think you can't, but it's okay. Tory's having a minor meltdown behind me about the lady touching the horse. Set them straight that you are allowed to touch the horse, guys. A lot of people don't agree with that, but those are the rules. Off bounds, reins, guard, boots, anything else relating to the horse. Oh. Except the horse itself. Damn, huge number of people all sort of waiting. Oh, back again. That's it. You can see some tourists have absolutely no rush. They don't care about the other 500 people waiting with their kids and families and friends. Now, apparently, guys, there's a sign somewhere here at Horseguards. I personally haven't seen it myself, and that sign says something like, "Don't touch the reins, thank you." Now, it's an easy thing not to spot. Why? Well, this would explain why the tourists always touch the reins, because there's no signage here. There's nothing to explain to them that you're not supposed to touch the reins. So I personally understand how they make a mistake often, march over and grab the reins. Yeah. I hope at some point a sign will go up, maybe saying, I don't know, danger or, beware, caution, something like that. Yeah. Hopefully. There's no guarantees it will ever happen, but maybe one day there'll be a sign and then everybody will be aware of the rules. This is the glorious moment where people have to share their once-in-a-lifetime I'm in London with the King's Horse photos with a complete stranger. In this case, the guy on the left, or the person in pink on the right. You watch my, you don't waste your time watching that. Come on. You're very kind. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Wow. Very kind chap there. Just told me he watches YouTube all the time. My YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello to me. Much appreciated. Very kind. Oh wow. May I touch it? She said to the guard. The guard briefly looked confused. He's like, hold on, sweetheart. I'm in a relationship. But then he realized she was talking about the horse, and yeah, he said, yeah, you can touch it. Good to see some people, though, do actually ask, can I touch it? Meaning the horse. Notice how impatient everyone is now that they're just, you know what, let's not bother queuing, let's just jump in there for our pictures. Typical, eh? Typical Taurons. Notice the guard is just, I don't know what he's thinking, but he's probably thinking to himself, me, this is not what I signed up for, this many people around my horse. What's this saliva all over his jacket? Oops. You think some of the tourists will be a little bit more patient when there's somebody there in a wheelchair that wants to get a good picture, but no. As you can see, they just barge in as usual until the horse decides, hey, that's enough, get away. Thumbs up, bro. Choppy right at the bit, in fact, continuing a bit of the horse there. Let's have a quick look at the other end, guys, in a moment. The other horse, just a moment. Once I can actually find an escape route. This tourist squash. Relentless, isn't it? Look, absolutely relentless. It's a sort of deluge / surge. Love the occasionally forced smiles. Everyone wants to have, the best happy picture. You see the moment that the camera's off, smiles instantly vanish. I think this lady thinks the horse is a cat. One actually responded, genuinely surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but surprised nonetheless. And she waited so patiently next to me as well before I get up to the horse. Interesting thing to see. Oh, she needs to find somebody to take the picture. Bro spilled something on his jumper. Oh, that he put the bleach in the wrong compartment in the washing machine. Super stuff. There we are, mini vlog over here. I'm in London. This is my bag as proof.
You're absolutely terrifying. Acércate.
Venga, Ana, preparada la siguiente.
Otro.
No, yo no lo aclaro.
Venga, no, pero chica, hay que estar
Rápido.
Hay que estar preparado, no podemos estar una hora, venga. Este tiene que ser pum, 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 pum.
Otro. ¿Quién va? Ana. Mi Ana. Clara, ¿tú quieres? Ana, la
Time to head up and have a look at the other horse.
Venga, siguiente, rápida.
A second, everybody. Let's have a quick peek.
Venga, va Clara, va Clara.
Damn, way too many people. An absolutely impossible and uncomfortable squash of tourists. Yikes. Okay, this end looks a little better.
If you want, then I can do one order.
Let's see.
I don't want to get too close to that person. Bring you near.
Putting your hand out to touch the guard's boot. Very odd.
Excuse me. Can you get a picture of the fireworks in front?
Sorry, I'm recording.
Yes, if you tell me what to do. Is it just that? Yeah.
Oh, somebody just got shouted at to get out of the archers. First one of the day. Didn't take long.
Right, you all in? Oh, wait for that person. Right, I've taken a few. Do you want to check that they're okay?
I'm actually very glad we heard that quite loud "get out of the archers" for two reasons. One, if it happened once, it will happen again. In other words, the guard won't stand for people getting in the archers. He didn't realise it wasn't intentional. It's the guy taking the picture on the left in the green that just strutted around the corner to take a clear picture of the guard, at which point the guard shouted, "Get out of the archers." Oh, actually, I think he says "stand clear of the archers," but anyway, a variant of, get out of the archers. Let's have a quick look at who's on the other side while I'm in the yard, and then we'll focus on the horses for the rest of this video. I don't think this chap is going to wander into the arches. People don't do it as much on this side because of the chain. They do it when the chain is occasionally left down. I say occasionally because it's pretty infrequent. The majority of trespassers into the arches are on this side of the yard. Why? Because there's that black door and everyone wonders where it goes to. It doesn't actually go anywhere, folks, for anyone that's genuinely curious about what could be behind the ominous black door. It's not a place that they detain tourists and force feed them vegetables so they don't disrespect the horses.
Take photos, go say hi to the horse guardsman.
So now it's left to like an email whether the thing called state, but I think you're better.
So I'm going to hang out just right over there, and whenever you are ready, once you've had your photos and everything,
The chap's voice you can hear over to my left is a tour guide. It's okay, it's okay. Don't worry. Did he shout at you? Did the guard shout at you?
Yeah.
So you walked into the arch?
No, I wanted to take a picture and she shouted.
Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. Don't worry about it. Okay, so he's actually a photographer. That was the guy that got shouted at in the arches. French, I think. Just wanted to take a picture. Fair enough. But hey, rules are rules, even the unwritten ones, eh? Am I right, people? Okay, so. It really is a very curious one this morning. I think it's because no one's really sure about what's going on, whether everything's finished in terms of the changeover, and more importantly, it's still quite sodden and grey, the weather that is. I don't know if somebody spilt their drink or the horse has got dietary issues, but that to me is curiously yellow in a non-typically yellow kind of way. Funny colour, no? Did someone drop their drink? Yeah. That's a very unusual colour. Okay, so apparently this is the mess from the horse, but goodness me, it looks, oddly yellow, different to how it usually looks. Maybe the horse had a couple of cans of Fanta last night. Meanwhile, it just doesn't end here. Crazy. Glorious light though, in fact, this way. Might even get a rainbow, guys. I'm going to keep my eye out for a rainbow here at Horseguards. I think we're going to have a sunny day, curiously enough.
Thank you. Could I just squeeze you guys aside? Sorry. Lovely. All right.
We seem to be quite lucky so far that most people are coming through this way and standing on this side. The horse is right for their pictures. In other words, where I'm standing.
Switch out the horse after 1 hour, yeah. Horse and rider.
at this point that people start taking it personally. It's like, why is the horse not looking our picture? There's quite a lot of people filming here today, and some of the tourists don't want to get in people's cameras, even though they can. No one cares if they do. Hesitation though on the part of some tourists. I actually admire it. You should be hesitant. Why? Because this horse will cause a lot of damage. We know that, we've seen it before many times.
Right, you see one of these guys, and that's because they used to be able to stick it in a bag, and they have a record number on it. So that's kind of the reason.
Different kind of make way. Sorry guys, the camera's a teeny bit wonky there. People knocking into me.
Monday afternoon.
Absolute chaos there. I mean, it's just unstoppable.
I think Monday at 1:30. I think is ours.
Yeah, it'll probably either be me or Nathan. Okay, yeah, all right. Thank you.
Okay, got a goodish spot right in front. If you wonder why it's so busy inside, guard change and a horse change is happening very, very, very soon. As the Blues arrived and took over from the lifeguards, the current two boxmen on horseback had a shorter shift. Okay? So at the moment it's 4 minutes to noon. So shortly we'll have 2 new horses and 2 new guards. This video will cover that changeover. Absolutely chock it in the yard. It's really, really full. The line already, look. See? I think they're confusing the troopers here and the army with the navy. It's slightly naval t-shirt he had on there, and the salute. Apologies to everybody who would love the sign to be straight. Today it simply isn't straight. Shortly, everyone will be told to stand behind the bollards. Interesting light, in fact. Light on the cobblestones here are beautiful. Sunshine. It's actually a perfect time for tourists to get pictures. Amazing they don't get it, but hey, there we are. I thought the guard was going to say something for a moment, but it's not, strictly speaking, his job or role to do so. Okay, that's the bell for noon anyway, folks. 2 new horses. Come. Unusual, in fact, the guard that we're looking at right now is very rarely on horseback. He's invariably in the archers, but today, and he got lucky. I guess his uniform was perfect. This is how, everybody, they decide who gets the boxes. The 2 troopers that are the best presented, in other words, you know, immaculate in every respect, kit and presentation, will be the 2 that get the horses at the front. Those that are lesser perfectly presented, shall we say, it could be something incredibly minor, will get the archers. Okay? It doesn't mean that they're in any way demoted by virtue of being in the archers, but yeah, the top spots go to the 2 boxmen, and that's decided by the corporal of horse or the lance corporal of horse in the mornings. But that's not to say we won't have multiple different boxmen during the day. We just saw 2 leave, we have 2 new ones here, so that's 4. Okay, so that's almost a third of the troop that will get to go in the boxes today. Just like another third of the troop will be in the archers. What about the remaining third of the troop? You might be wondering, hey, they have to deal with other things, such as the stabling and the horses, and also with crowd control, etc. And it is going to be needed today. Look at it, look. Off we go yet again. It just settled down and then boom, we're off. And yet more police horses as well. Sights and sounds of London, guys, on a Friday morning, eh? Pretty wonderful, I must say. And all of a sudden you've got absolutely chocker here. Look at this. What on earth? I don't know if anybody does grab the reins, whether this trooper will scream at them. I honestly couldn't tell you. The only way we're going to find out is if it happens. It's crazy busy though, look at this. Absolutely chocker in the middle. Comes a trooper. This saddle belt. And even the troopers kind of like flipping, give me some space, people. Look at how many there are just flooding around. Look, it's absolutely squished. And the same with this end. Look, madness. I'm going to avoid the light, folks. To be on this end, looking at the horse to avoid that light, the glare. Sorry folks, I'm being kind of quiet there for a few minutes because there are a lot of people here streaming or recording, and again I don't like to, to inconvenience them by speaking through their videos. It's not fair. So I'm going to be on this corner for a moment, that way I've got a bit of space around me. It is very, very busy here. Somebody tried to talk to me. Apologies if that lady was you. I don't think you realise that I'm recording. Good Lord, this lady just doesn't give up. Looking very corporate. In fact, they could almost be brothers, I guess. Corporate brothers in arms.
perfetta, la faccio bene. Mira mamá, pero mírame a mí.
Beautiful light this morning. The light has really replaced the horribly overcast weather. But playing havoc with the camera. One moment it's fine, next minute we've got a little bit too much. So just park your bike there, chap. Bicycle storage facility here.
Mariana. Mariana.
Mom, stand there.
There's not fair, the dude on the right waited, on my left, sorry. I waited a long time for this picture and this lady just marched straight in. We've got a couple of Karens off to my left. Not sure if the camera or microphone. Oh, awesome, he's kicked the ball. You see that? What on earth? Yeah, a couple of Karens saying, "Don't touch the horse." See if they come over and say it. Of course, you can touch the horse.
We're not supposed to get too close to the horse.
Ready?
Almost.
I got 3.
Very much. Thank you. Shall I make one for you too?
Wait a second, guys. I'm going to head inside. Somebody is being very, as usual. I mean, it happens all the time. Very naughty. The guard shouted twice then, stank over the arches, and then he shouted, "Get back." So I'm not sure, because whoever it was has vanished pretty sharp, but somebody just got massively shouted at. I'm not sure how well the microphone picked that up. But again, it's the guard that shouted earlier, and it's a good thing that this particular guard is not standing for any nonsense. A little bit too busy here. People crowding. Not surprising, his temper is fraying somewhat, and rightly so. Too many bodies.
I know there was a competition to make them laugh.
Speaking of which, look, very curious people. Let's hope they don't walk in when somebody gets shouted at with their kids, but hey, he'll do it. If he needs to do it, he'll do it. She was just about to stroll right in the arches there. He held her back. It's extraordinary, isn't it, how people make the assumption they can just walk straight in, go right up to the guard, and take a picture. I mean, utterly extraordinary. He saved her. He really did. Lady in orange. I seem peculiarly fascinated though with whatever's going on with the guard. How's about that? And as soon as they arrived and crowded, they're gone, giving the guard some peace and quiet, which, to be fair, he probably prefers. I know I would. Crazy, in fact. If it were not for the chain, people would definitely be going around the corner here and gawping as well. It's rare to have somebody really shout it on this side, but it does happen. Again, this guard's got the bright side. Look at that, where the sun hits the wall. Lighting is superb on this side this morning. Really, really beautiful morning. In fact, it couldn't be a nicer morning. It really couldn't. Second we go back to the front, of course somebody else will get shouted at. So that's two massive shouts in the archway areas today for people not paying attention. I will turn this way for the last part of this video. For two reasons. One, the light at the other end is difficult. The camera's getting a little bit overexposed. This end is pretty much perfect. Look at this. Beautiful light here. Somebody's university robe just graduated, and here, ladies and gents, comes the guard. It's always completely oblivious to the fact the guard came along. Look. Brilliant. Just look at it, it's absolutely non-stop. Crazy busy, in fact, to be honest. Over there with the guard in the background. That's the university picture they've got, in fact, graduation picture. Good shot. It's quite hard to move around, guys, if the camera work is not as fluid as usual. That's the reason. So many people here. It might not look like it because they're staying back, but it's chocker, both ends.
David? Go after her. Go right there. Right there.
Guy still looks shocked from his encounter with the guard a few minutes ago. I'm hearing a lot of stomping and hitting of the sword on the ground in the yard today. I'm not sure why. I mean, it is busy, but it doesn't seem that they're overly crowding. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Let's focus for the last 5 minutes of this video, guys, on that guard in the archway, because he genuinely does not seem to be in a good mood today. So many times he shouted there. Everyone missed it. I said it before, people, during TikTok Live and also in other videos, that I've got a lot of respect for the guards that have to do gatesman, shitsman on foot. It's really not easy. I mean, most of us are used to being in crowds of people, or indeed to public exposure in some way or another with pictures and videos and so on. All of us are recorded every time we go out the door, hundreds of times every day, CCTV and stuff. But this is a whole new level of exposure, being a guard on foot here at Horse Guards. Never ending. Look. Other people getting pictures behind the people that are already getting pictures. Extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, really. I know a lot of you wonder what do they think, the guards of this constant motion, attention, photography, videography. What do they think? Most of them are pretty okay with it, funnily enough. Some don't like it at all, and a lot of us, myself included, know the ones that aren't particularly fond of, should we say, overexposure on social media, and we're respectful of that. I'm right on time, guys. He's off. Back soon.